What's going on, New Gaming Order? We are here August 13th. Damn, already halfway through the month with our weekly podcast. And, the news has been kind of dry, but we're going to do the best we can with what we got. But I just wanted to make mention that I don't know if you guys saw the Mad Max game that they're working on. That looks pretty damn cool. I just wanted to put that out there. I might be getting it. Looks like some interesting stuff. But going around the table with some introductions, let's go with Shin Hahuma. What's going on, man? How was your week?
Who is who? Shin Hahuma, no, it's Shin Takuba.
I stand corrected.
What's up, video game world? You know, keep gaming, keep hope alive. That's all I got.
Keep hope alive. What the? All right.
And he's laughing.
All right, and Jackman, what's going on, man?
Well, that's Shin War to you, buddy. I want my rematch, Alex Lexus, but
I don't know what you're talking about.
We'll talk about that later, guys. It's Thursday. Fantastic Four has flopped, and we're going for Straight Outta Compton tomorrow. That's all I got to say.
Straight out of NGO. All right, and to the senator, what's going on, man?
The senator.
No, he looks like Stone Cold Steve Austin now.
Well, I got a question for you, Alex. After you blew up that building in China, how'd you get back so fast?
Unbelievable.
Right. Do you remember in Dark Knight Returns, or the second one, and how he did the whole plane thing and hooked up to the plane and took Lao and flew off? That's how I did it.
All right. In the comment on Mr. Wolverine and Jackman over there, the 8% on Rotten Tomatoes for Fantastic Four.
Oh yeah. And you know what?
8% out of 100.
And somebody said they actually liked it, and then they said, why was it bad? And I had to give him the reasons. He was like, you know what, now that I think about it, yeah, that movie was bad. I'm like, you mean to tell me I'm like, you couldn't see that to begin with? Movie was sucked.
All right.
Graphic flop, yo.
Oh, what was it? The oddest trailers on YouTube for that's much better than the movie.
Dang.
Wow. You know what? The Man of Steel trailer is better than the whole Fantastic Four movie.
Yo, Sharknado 3 is better than Fantastic Four. That's sad. When you say
right.
that.
Oh, the Republican convention, the last Republican debate did better than that movie.
All right. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Did you see my the meme that was going around Darth Vader and all that, like the Republican, debates and stuff? That was pretty funny. I thought I would share it on the Facebook page.
I just find it enjoyable the media shitting themselves over why Donald Trump's so popular when they don't realize they're the reason why he's so popular. But
yeah. Well,
we're not a political show, so we can.
I can't. You know what? Me and Chris might have to do like a branch off channel to talk about these things and make fun of them. But being that I'm a soldier, I have to be careful what I say. But
no, you don't.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I'm trying to make E7, bro. Like I want to retire and call it a day. But to my co-CEO, partner in crime, co-producer, Mugen, what's going on, man?
Nothing, man. Just got back from training from my new city job. Sorry I can't speak on it due to, reasons, but
He's Ethan
He's an
Hunt.
R&B artist.
Hey.
He's an R&B artist.
Shh. But hopefully we have a good podcast today.
Alrighty. So, without further ado, the first topic that I wanted to touch on is, Halo 5 Guardians is upon us. Well, almost upon us. We don't have much of a wait because ordinarily Halo usually drops in a November time frame, like a cold month. But it's coming a little early, and we have just been made aware, you can check the source from Polygon, that they're removing split screen play from Halo. And they're quote-unquote saying that removing split screen from Halo is a crime. And I kind of agree because, you have Gears of War that has it, a couple other first-person shooters that have it, where, we were just talking about that before we went live, where the benefits of having local co-op, or if you're joining like a big team battle, you got your friend sitting there and, hey, you want to play? Hey, we'll have them log into a guest account and they can get into the fight with you. Now, that's always been synonymous with Halo. It's been synonymous with Call of Duty. But I think that's a bad move by 343, considering that, Call of Duty is not really being preferred on the Xbox anymore, and the fact that Call of Duty for MLG is going to the PlayStation 4, Microsoft is like going with the killer instinct mindset where they're like, hey, we got our own stuff, we don't need to worry about Call of Duty, and let that deal go. And then you're focusing on Halo. You got to make Halo all that it can be. All right. So with that being said, you know, I'm gonna give the panel the floor, and I wanted to start with Shinwar because me and Shinwar have our origins with, I guess, the first-person shooters, and thanks to Mr. Free Play Mode, he was the one that introduced me to Halo. I would have never known what that was had it not been for him and that 4-player split screen. Remember Shinwar in my living room?
I remember, yeah.
That first time we ever played it. Oh my!
Too.
Oh yeah, you were there too, Chris.
Yeah.
That was crazy. You know, every Saturday he was lugging around that Xbox, and the fact that split screen, we had so much fun with that. You know what I mean? And to remove that, what are your thoughts, Shinwar?
Well, I do remember, was it XB Connect when Halo 1 was on the original Xbox and there was no Xbox Live at that time. We played on System Link, and so, you know, we all played on there through the System Link. I think it's very sad that they're doing that. Like, if it's not broke, don't fix it. Just leave it in there. Like you said, Alex, you may have a friend that may come over, and, you know, you're not taking it seriously. You say, hey, you know what? Plug in the mic, log into a guest account,
or log into your account. I mean, hell, I can log into,
you know, and do some couch co-op. They shouldn't take that feature away, but it's really going to hit the TOs, the tournament organizers, when they do Halo at these tournaments. And that's
I don't think it's
a
good move, because now what I think they're forcing folks to do is everybody has to have an Xbox to be like their own entity in the game, you know. So I'm just
and then obviously you got to have Xbox Live to play online.
I don't think that was a good move, you know. And this is to say to those folks who think that I'm 100% behind Microsoft, when they fuck up, I put them on blast, and that's why I wanted to ensure that this has been getting exposure. So I mean, Takuma, what are your thoughts on you know, 343 possibly removing, you know, split screen for Halo?
I don't think it's a good look because, as far I know, playing Halo, I didn't play Halo that much, but as far as I'm playing it, then I think it's kind of like a deter from playing the game, because a split screen, if you're playing on one system and you just knew your buddy, if it's a split screen, how are you supposed to, you know, find out who's who or what's what? It's about what, the ID tag? No. You shouldn't take out the split screen. It'll mess everything up, and you know, if you're trying to like get people just to get their own Xboxes and play on their own screens, and you know, that's not the way to do it. So I say it's a bad look.
Yeah. Now think about this too. Let's say I go to Shinwar's house, right, and we just want to do the campaign. We don't want to go online to play, right? I just want to do the campaign. So I can't do that anymore.
Well, I think that they'll probably still keep that in there. But as in multiplayer, no, it's just you on your console, nobody else.
Well, apparently the Polygon is like, what the hell? The decision to remove split screen support from Halo 5 Guardians was one of the most difficult ones, you know, that they had to do. And, you know, Josh Holmes was like, why? I don't know. I don't understand the benefits of doing that. You know, is Halo 5 Guardians going to be so big that they can't support it? You know what I mean? No, delay the game if you have to just add that. You know what I mean?
That was funny, Alex. Delay the game? That's impossible. They're never going to do that.
Well, okay. Yeah. Well, with that being said, on your cheese, what are your thoughts on this? Let's go.
Again, you want some cheese? Nah, I'm just kidding. No, to go on your comment there, they're not going to delay the game. They got deadlines to meet. They rarely release a buggy piece of shit, which we saw with the last, was it the Master Beef Collection? As Mr. Jackson likes to put it.
Beef, what?
Oh no, that was someone else. Never mind. But yeah, it's. I wish my soundboard was working because I car crashed myself on that one. But I'll have it working for next week, I promise.
Okay.
But Yeah, so as much as I hate to agree with Polygon, I think you're right. But I think the main driving force behind this is that they're just trying to save production time and money. That's all it boils down to.
Well, what I'm also reading too is they want to improve AI behavior, increase visuals, and gameplay fidelity.
Yeah, so if you have a set deadline to meet and you have to cut something, they're going to cut something they feel is not being used or not needed anymore.
Yeah.
So local co-op is low on the priority list. So that's what got axed. Because that's however many hundreds, dozens, thousands of hours that they're going to save and power hours of programming that they don't have to do this. That's why they cut it.
I'm thinking too is like, okay, man, you know, they want to make the game look great and you know, because you know it's okay. Remember when we were doing the local co-op here at my house, right? Mm-hmm. Remember when you would play the campaign? But when you played the multiplayer, the graphics were downscaled significantly. That was also in Call of Duty Black Ops when I was playing with my unit when we were deployed to Iraq. Like, I would say, damn. Like, you would notice it. Those of us who are eagle-eyed, who would, like, damn, the textures aren't all that.
That doesn't include you, right, Alex?
Don't listen to this ruffian who says I was in... The last couple of weeks, I was in different jails and all this stuff.
A big, soft, and huggable. How can I be a ruffian?
No comment. But it's just it saddens me because it's just that was a fun thing to do. You know, that's why if you think about it, the Master Beef Collection, as we call it here in New Gaming Order land, hold on to that, or even your original games, your native games, because I think that's a wave of the future. I would not be surprised if other first-person shooters start doing the same. You know, and considering that Microsoft, in a future topic in this broadcast tonight, with cloud computing, why didn't they just utilize that or do something? I don't know. Like, they could have found some way to make it happen. But without
you
going,
never know. Microsoft might put something in where they're going to make online playable local co-op some way. Maybe build it into the operating system.
Oh, we'll see. We'll see. I mean,
that could be on the books, on the plans, but I don't know. I don't know what that would entail to do, but wishful thinking. Okay,
all right. And last but not least, my co-producer Nelson. What are your thoughts on Microsoft and 343? I know you have a difference of opinion, but you know it's good that we don't all have the same opinion, and that's what makes the show work. So, Grinch, take it away.
I basically am gonna say that having local co-op back then was essential because that's when everyone was going to the arcade, everyone's going to meetups at houses, you know, chilling with friends and family. But now we're in 2015. We're speeding up about 10 years ahead in the future now, and everyone, well, as with Microsoft and 343 Industries think now, to a standard, at least one of what? I can't really say a percentage, but we'll say like the majority of people in the United States at least have one console in their household now. So they assume that you have an Xbox, you have online, you have friends, hopefully, and you could just play online co-op. Why have it to the point where you need to travel? Let's say, like for me, I live over here in New York, and Mr. Lexus lives in Jersey. I have to travel from New York all the way to Jersey just to go play local Halo, but instead I could just hop online, get on in like 30 fucking seconds. I honestly think that what Anya Nee said that, and sometime down the line in the future, after they pave the road with Halo 5 Guardians and future Halo titles, that they might add it as like a free update functionality. But that's the least of their concerns because they're trying to cater to the main hardcore fans. And mind you, they're getting ready for esports, ESL, and MLG tournaments.
Yeah, that's what this Halo is built
priority.
for.
Yeah,
it's built for that.
Right. So within that main priority, they, in a sense, they still do have local multiplayer. So you could do
like
LANs, so you could do LANs and get yourself situated and stuff like that.
But with that, you have to have like I was saying earlier, they have to purchase systems. Everybody has to have a system.
Right. But again, as what I was just saying before, this is more essential to the esports slash, competitive sense of the community, because now they don't have to be in a studio somewhere in California hosting tournaments for this game. They can just have online tournaments. If their netcode is ridiculous, they could take this to the online world and just make life easier. So that's how I feel that they don't need to essentially have like particular modes that we were somewhat used to back in the old days, but I think that is still a good decision. It's a good move on their part, and as what On Your Knees was saying, they can always add it as a free update installation like they do with the Halo Master Beef Collection playlist. They add new playlists, they change things all the time. So,
okay, and I'm gonna combine a topic so that for the sake of time with this, with Windows 10, right? Phil Spencer, he has a vision to blur the lines and break down the barriers between PC gameplay and Xbox One gameplay. Alright, fine, you take away local co-op, right? Well, now that you got Windows 10 on the horizon for the console, will you have a PC port where maybe, okay, let's say Jimmy and his dad, once we're able to do split screen and have quality time together, maybe they can have Halo on the PC, the son can play on the laptop screen, the dad can play on the TV, and they can still have that interaction. What do you think? That's a general question. Anybody can jump.
It's a possibility that can actually happen, because they're trying to pave the way into everything being connected at one time. Your tablet, your phone, the Xbox One, and the PC. And so essentially in the future, I don't know about like now, but in the future, that's what Phil Spencer wants to do. They want to make it so like everything works seamlessly. So let's say if you have an account, or a sub account as I like to call it, because on the Xbox you only need to have one account to be gold for every sub account to be gold as well.
Yeah, sharing your gold.
Right. So
do they do that on PSN by chance?
No. No, because on the PlayStation 3, initially it was free. And now, just as of recently, on the PlayStation 4, you now have to pay a subscription fee.
Oh, yeah, since the PS4 launched.
Yeah. So, I mean, I can see it happening if you're using different gamer tags. I don't know if you'll be able to, like, sign in as a guest on the PC and play on, like, the console with, like, the actual tag. I have no idea, but that would be kind of nice.
Yeah.
And, I don't know if this is like integrating into the same topic, but I do hope there's some type of functionality where you are able to play PC games on your console, or console games on your PC to like a further extent. Because
again, they have to further explore this, and I'm pretty sure that's a highly requested feature. Well,
yeah, I mean it's going to be, because again, we do have certain people that are kind of iffy about getting an Xbox One still, but now imagine. Imagine now for the people who's not able to get, we're going to have to bring this up anyways, because it's going to come up once in the fucking podcast anyways. So let's say if someone wants to get Street Fighter 5. You can now take that game from your PC and be able to emulate it at the exact same frames, at the exact same resolution, whatever, on the Xbox One. And you get to use your Xbox controller, you get to use the arcade stick, and all that shit. So I can see great things with it if they be careful about the limitations and not hold back too much.
Okay, we shall see. So with that, anybody else has anything to add with blurring the lines of PC and Xbox One gaming, or Halo losing its split screen to sacrifice the split screen for fidelity and visual gameplay and AI and all that good stuff?
No.
Okay. Let me add something real quick. This is not gonna be a PSA. I'm just gonna throw it into this topic. If you guys have Windows 10 and you have the Xbox app, if you guys even tried the game streaming, you have low, medium, and high quality settings, right? There's a recent article now that if you command prompt and change a log file, you're able to stream at a very high quality, which exceeds 60 frames per second and makes the graphics 1080p or 1440p, some shit like that. So that's an interesting fact.
Okay, we'll do. Good stuff. All right. So for those checking us out live, Stay tuned for the intermission. For our YouTube folks, make sure you rate, comment, subscribe. Shout out to Fullscreen, our partner, for hooking us up with a whole lot of subs since we merged with them. I also want to shout out Tough Nerd Toys LLC. Danae, thumbs up to you. I know he checks out our archives on YouTube from time to time. All right, and then make sure you check us out on newgamingorder.com and sub to our channel. Maybe we should do a GoFundMe. We're gonna rip on that later on. So without further ado, this brings this segment to a close. Make sure you join us for our next topics, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace.